currently watching and supporting a fellow friend's streamer.
Anyway,
this is Lauren.
My first themed stream was last Halloween, where I painted myself green, so I was like a green screen ghost. That was pretty fun. I'll probably do that again this year.
I've been having a really good practice schedule lately on the drums, and anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day, which has been really good. In the last 5 days, it's gone down quite significantly just because of, gigs and work and things that do come up during the day. So the hours have gone down, maybe to 1 or 2 hours. Yesterday I didn't practice at all, so I don't know, it just makes me feel, don't like it. But that's okay, sometimes you just can't control these things, but I really work hard to teach myself self-discipline, or to have self-discipline, because it's taken years for me to get better at being better at practicing. I really feel it when I don't, but I also got to remember not to beat myself up when I don't. Sometimes, you gotta do other stuff that is important too. So time for coffee. Stay. The biggest things that has improved my playing has been recording myself and listening back to myself. Hi, can I just get one medium almond latte with So Good milk? The way I'm set up here is that I've got my headphones, so the music from Logic. So I've got the music loaded up in there. So when I press play on my mouse, then I can hear it, and the mics basically record along with the song, and then that's how it happens. So there's obviously a few more details in the mix that are going on with the setup. That's how I listen back to myself. So the first thing that I'm going to warm up with is just practicing singles, doubles and paradiddles. I've only got 4 tracks recording at the moment. My 2 overheads, a snare mic and a kick mic. That is plenty enough. You can really do it with 1 microphone. It's all to taste. So, you don't need to go out and buy and spend all this money on gear if you might not necessarily need it. Just something to be mindful about. So I'm recording the session now, so I'm going to start my warm-ups at 70 BPM. 3, 4. There. So I guess I'm really thinking about just trying to stay as relaxed as possible. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 95 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Back to work. My practice schedule, it always changes. It's never one thing, because there are always so many things to be learning and developing, and So I always try to, definitely the most important thing for me is keeping a diary of what I've been working on, so that way I can track certain things and be like, oh, I haven't really worked on my bass drum technique for a while, so I'll make a note in my diary to work on that. New material or old material, going over old material and improvising, because you got to make sure that you're having fun always. Like, I get so rigid sometimes in the things that I must be doing that I forget, to have a bit of fun. Some of the best music that I've played has been created from being completely in the moment. So that's kind of how I sort of approach my practice, and it's developed and it's changed dramatically over the last few years, and it will probably still continue to change as I continue to evolve as a drummer. This is my primary instrument. It's taken me a while to get good at practicing. It's like I've had to practice getting good at practicing. And what is getting good? It's, you become more disciplined, focused, you have a specific goal, intent, and purpose behind why you're doing what you're doing. What makes you get on the drums every day or every week, twice a week? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time or in 1 year's time? Things like that. I think it's really important to be asking those questions and being honest with yourself. So your practice can reflect your vision. Always try to be aware and mindful that, it's really good for me to be in a room with people that are much higher skilled than I am, because that really makes me grow. That really pushes me, that I learn so much quicker. I have something to bounce off. I'm like, I sit there sometimes in a rehearsal and I'm just like, my brain just hurts sometimes after some sessions, and it's a good thing. Like, this is because I'm learning a lot and it's pushing me out of my comfort zone. A couple hours of just chill time, ready to keep going. It's 9:15 and I really want to try and get this composition, at least the draft, finished by tomorrow. That will be the only thing I work on tonight, so I can have 100% focus on it, because it's easy for me to try to do too many things at the same time, which is nothing new. I need to also practice not doing as much. I don't know. And the reality is that I'm not very good at that. I always do a lot of things and just have to really be on top of making sure I don't burn myself out. I feel like my days are pretty well structured at this stage when it comes to, and that was one of the beautiful things about COVID, being in lockdown for a year. I was able to really knuckle down and work really hard on all of my sort of projects, composition and drum practice. So, I felt like that has really set me up. So I was practicing really strong self-discipline last year, and now I don't really have to think about it anymore. It's something that's quite natural to me. I wake up in the morning fairly early. Actually, it tends to fluctuate depending on how late I go to bed, but currently looking for submarine sounds.